Hello again, viewers, and welcome back to another Diecast review. I'm really excited because today we'll be taking a look at another replica by M2 Machines. In this case, it's going to be this 1974 Chevrolet K5 Blazer, and I think this little replica here has a lot of things in store for us. So let's go ahead and take a look. As always, I'll show the box real quick, and you can see how the truck is presented. We've got the K5 Blazer and Chevrolet graphics all around the box. I'm noticing here there are 9,000 pieces worldwide. Going around to the back of the box, not a whole lot to see here. And going underneath, we've got what I believe is mainly just licensing information, which if you want to read any of that, you can pause the video. But I think with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this out of the box and take a closer look at it. Okay, here's the truck out of the box. I would have liked to have put this on the turntable to look at it. However, it doesn't seem to be working for some reason. So I'm just going to give it, I guess you'd call it an in-hand appraisal. But overall look at this is very nice. You can see we've got a very nice paint job on this. We've got a sort of metallic green paint with the two-tone. We've also got the white top. Then I also have to say that when I first pulled this out of the box, I noticed the detail on the frame here. And M2 Machines does this a lot with their lifted vehicles from what I've seen. I think it was the Bronco and also one of the square body Chevy pickups I looked at was the same way. You can see we've got leaf springs, we've got detailed axles with differentials, there's also drive shafts, transfer case, really nice detail underneath these, and of course the wheels are also very nice as well. Chrome rims, rubber tires, and what looks to be some very aggressive treads. But going on to the front, we've got a detailed grille. Really liking the look of that, especially around the headlights. And of course, you got the Chevy emblem in the middle. The hood on this does open, but it's really tight, and I'm not exactly sure how far it goes. I can't really get it to open that much, and I'm kind of afraid I'm going to break the windshield. But you can see that the engine's in there. It is painted. We've also got good graphics all over this. You can see there's the K5 Blazer graphic just there in front of the door. I'm not exactly sure what this is on the back here. Maybe someone can tell me. But then we've also got the Chevrolet right on the back tailgate here. And we've also got the 1974, I don't know if you'd really call it a license plate because there's not really a plate there. It's just a print. But we've got detailed tail lights, pretty similar to what we had with the headlights. And another thing is we've got a detailed interior here. You can see that we've got seats, steering wheel. We've also got a roll bar in here. And this is where I'm going to show you guys a really cool feature about this. The back roof actually comes off. And, the fact that that option is on here, I think it's really cool. But you can see that the roll bar has been done very well, and we've got the back seats. Plus you could also maybe throw in some I don't know, beer kegs or what have you, throw in the back of this, and then you can put the top back on, and I think that would look really great. Really nice detail with this Blazer, and I think that's pretty much all I can say about this. Again, really like the overall look of it. The paint job is great, and the fact that the roof can be removed and you got all this detail in the interior, it's a nice touch. So if you know me, I always like doing comparisons in my diecast reviews, and I pulled a few pieces out of my collection to put up next to the 74 Blazer here. And the first one is going to be the 76 Ford Bronco that I looked at in another diecast review I did. But you can see how it compares up against the Blazer, and of course these are both made by M2 Machines. I do have to correct something I said earlier. I thought the Bronco had a similar frame detail to what the Blazer has, and it's there, but it's not. The Bronco doesn't have like the leaf spring detail that the Blazer has. But however, this what is the year of this? This is a 70, hang on a second, is this 76? Okay, this is a 76 GMC pickup, but it has the frame detail that the Blazer does. If we go underneath here, you can see, I'm almost, I was going to say they're basically the same, but no, the one on the truck's a little bit longer. But you can see, again, we've got the same transfer case, drive shaft, differential details, and, of course, the leaf springs. But also, something I wanted to show is I've got this, I'm not exactly sure on the year, but it's a custom blazer that I made. And I used a Matchbox, basically tore it down, repainted it, put some better wheels on it, and mainly tried to make it look like a, something that would be used by a municipality, basically. But you can see how these two compare. And then lastly, I felt this was appropriate. I had to bring up the Blazers competition, being the International Scout. This is made by Johnny Lightning. And I don't know, the scaling might be a little off with the Johnny Lightning, but you can see how the two compare. And the Johnny Lightning one does have some detail, but I don't think it's as detailed as what we got with the M2 Machines Blazer. But overall, still a really nice piece. But yeah, that is a little comparison of the Blazer up against some other 1/64 scale 4x4 pieces I have in my collection. And with all that said, I think I can go ahead and give my final thoughts on this 1974 K5 Blazer by M2 Machines. And honestly, I'm sold on this piece. I like the way it looks. It's nicely detailed. It's got a lot of great features. I especially like the fact that this roof lifts off like it does. And I mean, I know there's other replicas. You could probably do the same thing, but you probably have to take screws out. The fact that this just lifts off and allows easy access to the interior and you can detail it, definitely high marks for me on this piece. From memory, I believe I paid $6 something for this from Walmart, which I don't think that's a bad price. I know these M2 Machines replicas, the prices have gone up over the years, but I still think the value for money is definitely there with these. And as to whether or not I recommend getting one of these, I'd have to say yes. If you're a fan of collecting the M2 Machines collectibles, or if you like the K5 Blazer, I think it's worth picking up one of these pieces if you can find it at a reasonable price. Sometimes people try to really gouge the prices on these. But anyways, I think that is going to be it for this diecast review. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this K5 Blazer in the comments down below. Also, feel free to check out my other pages. There will be links in the description. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe so you can keep up with other diecast reviews that I do. But anyways, that is going to be all for me for now. Take care, guys. I'll catch you soon.